Today on The Maury Show, adolescence and adulthood, crazy teens, outrageous parenting is wreaking havoc on society. When will the madness end? Good morning, folks. Today we will be talking about adolescence and adulthood. Today we have two very special guests all the way from Hartford, Connecticut, to talk about changes in their lives once adolescence took place. Please welcome Damien and Bill. Thank you for coming today. Hello, Damien. How was your flight to New York?
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I really just want to go home. Talk to the host that way. You should be thankful we were invited here. Dad, I told you, I just wanted to stay home and watch Game of Thrones. You know what? You need to see you were not acting normally, okay? And that you need to be a better person so you can be successful in life. Blah, 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 blah. All you do is nag.
Well, today we will get you the help that you need and help you to get started on the right path of life. Let's look at some of the clips of daily life of Damien and his father, Bill.
My name is Damien. I'm 14. I can do whatever the heck I want. Every day before I go to school, I hide my dad's keys so he can't get to work on time. I don't care, he can be late.
Damien, where are my keys?
When I get to school, I just chill with my girlfriend. She loves me because I'm bad. Sometimes we skip school together. Whatever. Yeah, I'm mad all the time. Why? Because my dad doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. My friends. I don't have any. You know.
Damien!
Wait, what? You know, cause I don't have any. You know why? Because they are lame. All I want to do is have fun. They say I've changed, and I really don't care.
So, can you please describe to me how this all occurred, and how did you get to be like this?
Well, it all happened around 13 years old. I went through a growth spurt, and I was taller than most of the kids in my grade. I also was taller than my mother, and I was almost as tall as my dad. I felt invincible. Like I could rule the world. Nobody else was going through a change. So I was all alone in the process. I had to take some charge.
If you felt alone, then why didn't you talk to me about it?
You never show any type of control, you're always working, you never show that you care enough, and now you can't, now you want to handle it?
Damien, I didn't even realize. Would you take that stupid hat off? We're on TV. Show some manners.
Well, that is why we're here today, to address this matter.
Anyway, also I have a girlfriend, and we've been experimented in some things together. 14 is a big year for that stuff.
No.
What do you mean by a big year?
Oh, God, no.
Yes,
Don't say it.
we've had
Don't
sex
say it.
before, so
no.
what?
You serious? Do you know that puts you at risk? You need to think back. Think with this, not with this.
You know what? I'll admit it. I wasn't thinking. I'm young and independent. Maybe you should be in my life more to talk about this.
You know what? I'm getting older myself, and I guess I never took the time to inform my kids on the rights and wrongs of life. I should be helping your self-esteem instead of caring so much about my job and how much money I'm making.
What do we have here? A family reunion. You two have a lot of making up to do.
Yes, we do. Come here. Come here.
Today on The Maury Show, we have an analyst to help evaluate why teenagers act the way they do, as well as adults. Hello, my name is Dr. Balmain, and I'm here to discuss the topic of adolescence and adulthood. Damien was not completely at fault for his actions. He's going through a process called puberty. which is a developmental period between the ages of 12 and 17, when the individual experiences significant biological changes that result in developing secondary sexual characteristics and reaching sexual maturity. Throughout this time, teenagers grow physically, mature sexually, and have increased hormones, estrogen in females and testosterone in males. This happened to Damien when he was 13. Studies show that boys who go through puberty earlier have more confidence in life, like Damien. Also, teenagers at this time discover sexual activity through curiosity. By age 12, 95% of teenagers have not had sex. By 14, 73% have not had sex. By 16, 52%, and by 17, 32% have not had sex. Damien was very open with his sexual activity. Studies show that adolescence is a time of tremendous growth emotionally, socially, and cognitively. During puberty, teenagers develop the ability to think abstractly and hypothetically. Parenting is a serious factor in how your child turns out to be as an adult. There are three main types of parenting. The first of parenting is authoritarian parents, who attempt to shape, control, and evaluate the behavior and attitudes of their children in accordance with a set standard of conduct, usually an absolute standard that comes from religious or respected authorities. Second is authoritative parents, who attempt to direct their children's activities in a rational and intelligent way. They are supportive, loving, and committed, encourage verbal give and take, and discuss their rules and policies with their children. Lastly, permissive parents are less controlling and behave with a non-punishing and accepting attitude toward their children's impulses, desires, and actions. They consult with their children about policy decisions, make few demands, and tend to use reason rather than direct power. Damien's dad exemplified permissive parenting because he was not heavily involved in his life. The most effective type of parenting is authoritative. Throughout the time on the show, Damien was struggling to find a sense of self or self-identity. He also struggled with developing relationships with others and skills in social interactions. He was unaware of how to describe himself in depth or his values, goals, and traits. To have a good sense of self, you need a strong influence like a parent. Damien needed his father to be with him more and show him appreciation, but Bill was too busy focused on his job. This shows how gender roles affect adults in a negative way. Bill thought the caring and emotional aspect should come from his wife, while he needed to be ambitious and unemotional. Unfortunately, gender roles can damage interactions between families and marriage. Lastly, all people, young and old, need a little love. There are two distinct types of love. The first is passionate love, which involves continuously thinking about the loved one and is accompanied by warm sexual feelings and powerful emotional reactions. The second is companionate love, which involves having trusting and tender feelings for someone whose life is closely bound up with one's own. Damien needed companionate love to feel appreciated. Thank you for having me today. Please take into consideration this advice in parenting and to help your adolescent. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. I hope to see you all tune in next time.